everyone, we are here at the Lounge Studio. It's an iconic studio in New York City. Many amazing and wonderful artists record here. Here you can see Mariah Carey, Solange Knowles, and our guest today, Ava Rain. She's ranked number 9 on the Billboard, and she's also highly ranked on 4 other Billboard charts. I really wish that her journey will teach you something. Let's go and see her. Hey, Ava. Hi, Ava. You look great.
Thank you. So do you, Miss Fabulous.
No, you're fabulous. Oh my God. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you
with me. You really inspire me. You have a great career. You work with the best. Solange Knowles.
Make me blush, girl. Stop.
And this one, what's her name? Rae?
Rae Jepsen.
Is it the one who sings like, hey, this is the thing,
but this is crazy. Now
here's my number. So you can call me baby. So it's an amazing career. And your album was charted at number 9 on the Billboard R&B South.
Yes.
And this is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I want to. I have so many questions for you. But what is the correlation of things that lead you to singing?
I mean, I guess it's just something that's always been a part of me. Like for as long as I can remember, since I was a kid, I was just always singing, like songs on the radio, just like singing around the house. Like it was just something that I can't even, it's almost like it found me. It's not like something that I sought out or whatever. It just was always a part of me. So, grew up singing in choirs in school and did all my schooling and knew that like I was going to be singing professionally somewhere, somehow. I don't know how, I didn't know how it was going to work out, like who I'd be working with or what. I just knew I had to get to New York. And everything would sort of figure itself out once I got up here after I finished all my schooling from Texas and Minnesota, by the way. Very different places from here. But, yeah, I found my way here and things just sort of, fell into place. It's funny how, like, when you just put your mind to something, it just, everything works out.
So you always have a
Not that easily, of course. There's, like...
high bump,
and, detours and stuff, but
So you always have a clarity of mind. Okay, this is what I want
from the beginning, for as long as I can even remember. Honestly, like 4 or 5 years old, like
very
maybe
lucky.
Whenever you have your first like memories or whatever, like it's just always been there for me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you know this is what you want to do. You go to school in Texas or Minnesota?
Yes. So I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I moved to Texas when I was about 12.
Okay.
But still very connected to Minnesota. My mom was in Minnesota. My dad was in Texas. So I'd go back and forth like for summers and stuff. And then college in Austin. And then right after college, I just moved here. Literally the day after I graduated, I moved here. And I had like a little job and, just to get me here. And at night I would be in the like club circuit, just at open mic nights and stuff, like trying to sing a song here and there and just like meeting other musicians and singers and got connected with a couple of touring musicians that way and was able to sing backing vocals for a few of them. And that was really what started it off.
So you think that you have to move to New York to start your career?
You don't have to, but that was just what worked for
your
me.
Plan.
And this was some time ago. This was probably like over 10 years ago.
Okay.
Like it's a different space now, the whole like music industry. Like you can do a lot of things, a lot more things just like on your own, like home studios, wherever you are, anywhere, work remotely with whomever. But it was a different time back then. So for me, I was like, I just need to be where, musicians are, where like opportunities are, where like minds are, like I felt very much like I didn't really find other artists like myself in Texas or in Austin, so I knew I'd be able to find like a variety of different types of people, artists here. So
In New York.
yeah,
I'm
is
asking
here.
you that because, usually people think that they have to move from their city to make it big somewhere else. Sometimes
Yeah.
it works, but I believe that you need to
I think that
start.
time has passed.
Exactly. You need to
know?
start
With
wherever you
social
are.
media, with the way technology is now, like, not necessarily.
Not
I
necessarily.
mean, you definitely should go to those places, for, maybe shows or whatever, to do sessions with certain people that are based there, but you don't have to be based here anymore.
Okay.
Like, yeah. I'm kind of jealous, like, people that are like starting out now versus like when I started.
When
It was
you
like,
started,
a lot more like.
was it more difficult?
I wouldn't say difficult. I mean, it's always work. Like, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're pursuing, it's always gonna be work. It just probably looks different today than it did back then when I was starting.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say difficult though.
Okay. Is there a time? Was there a time when you got discouraged?
Oh my God, all the time.
Really? Okay.
Every other day. Being an artist is like an emotional, just roller coaster ride.
Okay. So what do you do to
I'm
help
on the verge
you?
of a breakdown every other day.
That's how I felt. Like even the
Like every other creative person I know, probably. So yeah.
there is up and downs.
Yes,
Oh my God.
absolutely.
So what do you do to get you back on track and refocus your mind?
I mean, there are so many different like reasons or ways to be discouraged, especially in this industry. You hear a lot of no's. People don't like your stuff, or you know what I'm saying. You think an opportunity is gonna come through, and then it doesn't. I always just try to bring myself back, like just get centered, bring myself back to like why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I like to take myself back to the space of like where I was when I was a girl, like when I, was just exploring my love for music and just singing and notes and harmonies, colorful harmonies, and just all the things that make me feel good about like music and singing. So I'll like, listen to songs that I grew up singing that I liked, or, watch my favorite artists and stuff. Just try to get like, motivation, and just also just being like still, like meditating, or just like resting, or watching some stupid TV. But mostly it's just like putting myself back into that space of like when the love for it started, like that's why I do it. Like I have to get out of like my head and trying to like control everything and just go like with my heart. And like focus on that.
That's great that you
make sure I'm doing it for the right reason.
The right reason.
That's coming from the right place,
Thank you for being honest on that, because a lot of I really think why I'm doing Women of Multicolor is I realize that we are all each one of us, we struggle in this mess called life. So we don't know what to do. We think like we are living alone with our own problems, and nobody have the same struggles. And the people I met, it's like we all have the same problem. So what is going to help us is to share what we do to overcome these challenges that we're going to meet in life, for you said you meditate, you watch stupid TV, that's help you.
Do something that I love, like cooking some good food, or just like spending time with my friends, or going to a show or whatever, just getting back to like, center. Yeah.
So do you have your family who was always supportive on your career? Oh, no. Okay.
I mean, they thought it was cool growing up, They were like, oh, music is cool, but they were more focused on like me getting into college, and they really pushed education and really pushed sports, things that could,
which is very important.
Yeah,
education
is important. Like pushing me to do things that would help me get a scholarship, or help me be able to secure a job when I'm older or whatever, but like, so it was very much like a solo kind of journey, which was fine.
Solo journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was fine.
Which is fine. Do they approve now that you
yeah.
have your album?
They're like so supportive. They're like my fans. Like my mom texted me the other day, like she wanted to hear the new song that I was working on.
Aww.
You know, so like we've definitely come a long way. I think they just needed to know that, like,
you're gonna be okay.
That I was gonna be okay, and that I was good.
You're good. I love your song.
I mean, it's one thing to be like a kid singing other people's songs on the radio. You know what I mean? Like to go from that to like making your own music.
That's
and
true.
like being able to like try to, you know, I guess sustain a career on your own. Like they had some concerns, which I understand, but yeah, they're completely on board now. So.
Bravo. What is your creative process? Like, where do you get your inspiration? How do you get it?
You know, every song is different.
Eagle Eye, for example.
Yeah. It's funny, the guy that produced that song actually works in the room right there. He's in there right now. That song, the lyrics for that song kind of came out of a dark place. So a lot of my lyrics come from personal experiences. I do a lot of like journaling and just like brain dumps on paper, like whatever I'm going through, I like write it down. And then I'm like, okay, this is like what the concept is. I get that from journaling. And then from there, I try to simplify it, make little like parts. So like the verse, the chorus, the bridge, I just strip it back to like the bare bones, like the skeleton of like basically what the concept is, and then make a song. But for the most part, melodies come first for me. Like I do a lot of like just improvisation, mumbling, so saying a bunch of gibberish on a track pretty much, and then the words will come from my journal after that.
So the melody comes first?
For me, most of the time. Most of the time, the melody, like for an actual, like, putting a song together, the melody is the first thing that gets laid down on the track. A bunch of gibberish words with a bomb melody that I love. And then I'm like, okay, what am I saying? How am I going to say what I want to say?
Okay.
And then I write after that, which the lyrics take me the longest.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, I'm trying to get faster at it, but whatever.
So you are preparing your next album,
yes,
right?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You got it.
Yeah. So I'm actually today here, I'm like working on a new track and working on melodies today. So
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for
that's the fun part. I love that's like my favorite part of it is writing the melodies. Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to you know, I know this is your time work and we are just like coming and like, can we do this?
Yeah. Anything for you.
Thank you. I think you are very beautiful. The first time I saw you, I was like, who is this superstar?
Oh my God, stop.
Will you say that you are self-confident? Because your style is like, when I saw you on the street, I'm like, who is this girl?
I don't know. I try to be.
Okay.
Some days I'm more confident than other days.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you have to work on your self-confidence?
I definitely do. Okay. It's been a work in progress since forever, as long as I can remember. I have good days, I have bad days. But I'm just trying to like gas myself up now all the time. Like, you're amazing. You can do this.
Yes.
Like, you've been doing this. You can do this. So it's like a lot of like positive self-talk. Affirmation. But, you know.
For me, when I wake up, I'm like, Mimi, I love you.
See, I need to do that. I don't do all of that. I need to do that. I'm working on being like nice to myself.
Nice to yourself, yes. Compassionate
and not
towards
being
yourself.
So hard on myself.
Exactly.
Like, we can be like really, really hard on ourselves sometimes and have like unrealistic like standards. So I'm trying to just be nicer to myself and just yeah. I
think that's what most creative people face.
Yeah.
Like when they are in the creative mood, and they realize what they have in mind was not it's not the reality.
Yeah.
And they got frustrated, give
And
up.
you try to control the outcome too much, or you're trying to be a perfectionist, like that can really get in the way and like affect the process, affect the outcome. So I'm trying to just be like water and just kind of go with the flow and not try to control everything so much this time around. And I'm liking the way the songs are coming out, and yeah.
Bravo, parce que I'm speaking French.
That's okay.
So, bravo, because we need to be, compassionate, less judgmental toward ourselves.
You know, life is hard.
Exactly,
the world is hard. And, it's a lot going on. And it's
exactly.
Like, be nice to yourself.
Be nice to yourself, because I realize that you can give only what you have. If you are nice to yourself, you will be nice to each person you will meet.
Exactly.
So, voila, that's really what I think. I have a question, which is, growing up and moving in New York, what is the woman that motivates you and you admire? I think there was a lot of exceptional women, and we don't get to see them or hear them, and this is part of why I want to do Women of Multicolor, so a lot of women can tell their stories and be a role model for the generation that
I would say
coming.
first and foremost, like my mom.
Yes.
Like she was a teenage mom and like sacrificed so much for me and my sister. So me and my twin sister and my younger sister. So I feel like, just her story alone is like motivating for me. Like, okay, like I need to go after it. Like she did all this for us. So, but then as far as like
a singing
person, I definitely love Destiny's Child and Beyonce. Okay. Aaliyah was like, I used to have a girl crush on Aaliyah. Like I loved her so much. I thought she was so beautiful, and her production was so like left and just like different and innovative. And Missy Elliott. Oh my God. Okay. Missy Elliott, that for sure.
Okay. Let's go. Now you got it.
Those are probably the three biggest inspirations, I think, for me. Oh, I'm sorry, Sade.
She's very smooth.
Yeah, she's a huge inspiration of mine. Yeah, I would love to meet her one day.
You will, if you put the will on it.
I just love her stylistically, and she's just so strong and beautiful as well. Like, I'm a fan.
You are.
My dad was obsessed with her too.
I have a gift for you to say thank you. Do you like flowers?
Thank you. I love flowers.
Okay.
Thank you. These are so gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this with me.
That was so sweet, Mimi.
Oh. Thank you. You are very kind.
Thank you for what you're doing too. Like we need women like you to just keep pushing us and supporting us. So thank you. For what you're doing.
I'm trying. So I think
for your impact
for our impact. Yes. I think what you said reminded me when somebody said, honeybees just creates honey. It's intrinsically what they are. It's easy.
Yeah.
And it's like human being. We are just here to create kindness, beautiful things, good things. That's intrinsically who we are. Yeah. So let's keep up that as a human being. Let's be nice, compassionate, kind, and we can make it, and supportive. Okay. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.